Hey, it's Dave from the Camera Store. These are a few must-haves we bring to every video shoot. We've been making videos for quite some time now, having a lot of fun with it. Now, routinely we get asked in person and in the comment section of our videos, what do you guys use for gear? And what's your camera? What's your lens? Well, today we're going to talk about 5 items that we can't live without when it comes to creating content.
Now, we could be cheeky about this and regale you with about how it's so important to bring extra batteries or talk about the Slate Alpine case that we use to protect our memory cards and stuff like that. But we know, of course, you really want to know about the camera and lens. So number 1, our primary shooting camera, we use the Sony FX3. Why do we use the Sony FX3? Well, because it's insanely versatile. There's just so many codecs available and it's incredible in low light. The dual native ISO makes it super easy to shoot even in overcast situations. We've shot a lot more at night too, so we've really pushed the ISO on this and we're still getting really clean footage even at higher ISOs. We mostly shoot 422 10-bit 4K 60 for B-roll, intermixed with a little bit of 4K 120, you know, when we want to get a little bit spicy or slow things down even more. Our primary A-roll is shot 422 10-bit 24, and we match this with a B-cam being the A7 IV with whatever lens we're currently reviewing or whichever one has currently grabbed Dave's attention. So right now we're shooting on the Sigma, which lens is it?
28 to 45.
So right now we're shooting on the Sigma 28 to 45 1.8. And of course that brings us to number 2, which is our primary shooting lens, the Sony 20-40-70 2.8 G Master Mark II. Honestly, for the type of run and gun content that we do, it's exactly the range that we want. Maybe we could go a little bit wider in these kind of, you know, more scenic locations, but honestly, I love 24. I think it's an incredible focal length. It's my favorite focal length. I know Dave's enamored with 35, so that's primarily what we're shooting right now.
Now, Drew's mad at me right now because I stole his tripod, so he kind of has to handhold this camera on a bit of a rock, and he's trying to be as stable as he possibly can. And that's number 3 on our list, is some form of stabilization for your camera. Now, this depends on what we're shooting that day. We've been experimenting all the time with different tripods and what's going to suit our needs. Is it short enough, tall enough? We've been rocking this Manfrotto 190X for years, and it's just rock solid, and it's just been this tried and true warrior for us that we don't worry about at all. Now, depending on what we're shooting in our content, if it's run and gun, maybe a monopod is more applicable. Maybe we're doing a walk and talk, and a gimbal is something important. But hand holding a camera, as good as their stabilization is internally, it's not great for video or longer take. So aside from this 190X from Manfrotto that we've been rocking for years, we don't have one set piece of kit when it comes to stabilizing cameras. We use all kinds of stuff and are constantly experimenting depending on what our needs are for that shoot. So Drew talked about the camera, he talked about the lens, we talked about some stability. So that's going to give us a great quality video. Now, how about audio? This is a crucial factor as we're informing people and talking to people about our experience with new cameras and new features. Now, we've been using the Rode Wireless Pro for quite some time now, and we love them because they give us great quality audio and a really good range to work with. So it gives us lots of flexibility when it comes to recording. Now, the other trick feature that they have and Drew has employed from time to time is their 32-bit float technology. This allows us to record a backup track if we need to get some really challenging audio situations dealt with and work with in post. Now, number 5 is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. We're often shooting in some cold weather or some single digits when it comes to the temperatures outside, and it's not necessarily a lot of fun. And I don't like wearing big, heavy jackets when I'm on camera. I think they just make me look massive when I'm on camera. I don't always want that look. Now, I've been using the Aurora brand, and I have the vest, I have the mitts, I do have the jacket, and I wear it a lot. You probably recognize it in a lot of different videos. And it is fantastic because it allows me to stay a lot warmer when we're just sort of standing around doing take after take. One thing I'm finding is that the quality of materials is very good, but the function of it is great. Depending on the temperature and how freezing it is that we are during that day, nice to have a jacket that has dual controls to it. So now I can do one section or another at the push of a button here in 3 different temperature settings. That and a long life battery is very nice. And the batteries for this particular jacket are USB-C, which allows me to save myself and power my phone in an emergency as well. What I've been mostly surprised about is how important this jacket has become to my kit when we're out shooting. It's very comfortable to wear, keeps me a lot warmer when we are shooting on camera, and allows me to enjoy the whole experience a lot more. So at the end of the day, keeping your talent looking good, sounding good, and feeling good is important to creating quality content, and these are the 5 items that we bring to pretty much every shoot. I hope you learned a little bit more of what goes on behind the scenes and what camera equipment that we're using ourselves to create the content for you guys. If you have comments and you want to know more, leave them down below in the comment section. Make sure you follow us both on Instagram, and please hit the notification bell and subscribe. It's Dave at the Camera Store, and we'll catch you again soon. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you're a Canadian, you want to support local, check out thecamerastore.com down here.